Hi, welcome back to BG Pythons. My name's Ben and this is Aria, who's one of my female Woomer Pythons. She's about, how old are you now, Aria? About 4.5 years old, and what a nice size, absolutely beautiful coloration. And she's sort of got the markings have sort of got stronger as she's got older, which can be a bit unusual for Woomer pythons, so it's really nice to see. She's probably not going to be very much help with this quick video that I'm doing, but what I wanted to sort of look at today is I decided that I was going to change the way I heated my Viper Vivs. And move away from the white python ceramics, which I've been using now for a few years, and move to the Habistat Reptile Radiators. So essentially, if I show you here, the white python ceramic has a nice cage that hangs down from the ceiling and has this rather funky slim-lined ceramic which sits nice and safely inside the cage. The problem I was finding is that this sort of protrudes down quite substantially and doesn't leave much room for the snakes below. You right there, yeah. And so that's why I quite liked having moved with my IMCages to utilising a heat panel. I thought I'd have a look at the HabiStat Reptile Radiator. I've seen these for years and years and hummed and hawed about using them. And I noticed that a lot of the guys in the North America seem to make a lot of use of them, and they're massively used for green tree pythons and emerald tree boas and things. And so I thought, do you know what, I'm going to give it a go and see if these guys find them a little bit better than the white python ceramics. So bear with me, I'm going to sort of talk through how I've gone about setting these up and if I've seen an improvement. Thanks. Okay, so first things first, what comes in the box? Well, let's have a look, shall we? It's I bought quite a few of these. So the unit itself is quite compact actually. Sort of like a plasticky sort of material, very clear on what side you need to fix to the ceiling of your vivarium, and obviously this side will be sitting outside. There are cages that you can get for these. For one reason or another I've decided not to. It does get hot, but because the snakes aren't lying straight on top of these like they would with a heat mat, the danger of getting hot is no different than how hot the cage would get on the ceramic, white python ceramic. So I've had a look at that, but it comes with a few details about where to place the probe, and importantly some screws so you can screw into the top of the cage. Like most things that come reptile wise, one of the most irritating things is you get a fixed plug, which you can't, well, I don't think you can, no. I can't put that through, obviously, a hole in the back of my Viv. So first things first, off will go the plug. And so if you're not used to wiring plugs and things, get a professional to do the work. But what I shall be doing, I've purchased a number of plugs from Screwfix, and I'll be rewiring these in once I've fed it through into the Viv. So first things first, taking you through the steps I've done. Clearly, one of the most important things is to, in my case, turn the vivarium upside down to make it a lot easier to screw in. Highly recommend doing that, because the first one I didn't do that, and there was a lot of swearing. Yeah, we certainly wouldn't have shown those bits, and a lot of sweating. So taking the Viv down and turning it upside down, in my case I've got hinged doors on the Viper Vivs, so made sure those were taped back so they're not falling back on my head, and then nice and neatly drill the holes. And the other thing is with my setup is these screws, if I just screwed them straight in, would have gone right through by a good sort of half a centimetre through the top of the cage, which I didn't want. So what I did is I purchased some spacers, which you can get from I got these from Amazon, so it's nice and easy. And they just gave a little bit of a gap. They're tiny, you're not going to really be able to see these, but you can get sets with loads of them in, and they just give that little bit of space, and in some respects it's quite good because there's a bit of airflow then going across the top of the radiator and the top of the cage, which I probably would do it the world of good from a heat transferring perspective. But then what I've kind of done is I've put a nice decent hole to put the wire through, and then I've fed back through the thermostat probe, and again using my little favourite adhesive cable clips, I've stuck the probe so it's dangling a good sort of 5 to 10 centimetres from the bottom of the where the substrate is on the bottom of the Viv, right in the middle of the radiator panel. And so far this is providing really good temperatures, and the snakes seem to be quite happy with it. So far so good. So in terms of measurement, just quickly got the old tape measure out, and it's 31 centimetres by 21 centimetres. It's not too heavy. It's relatively slimline. From a wattage perspective, it's 75 watts, and what I'm finding at the moment is giving me a really quite nice hot spot, but the ambient temperature is pretty good as well. So I'm pretty pleased with it, I think, to say the least. Well, so pleased that I've actually replacing all of my White Python ceramics with these. So fingers crossed they do the job. I have seen on some reptile sites that these have been discontinued, but I've managed to find them no problem at all. I think I got some from Internet Reptile and a couple from Swell Reptiles. So yeah, on the whole, do recommend them. As you can see, it's giving me plenty of space. Particularly where your vivariums are not too high, so this is where it's pretty good for me. So yeah, back again. So got a new friend now. This is my little blackhead. It's just over a year old little male called Tyrion. He's got a little bit of growing to do before he's can join with Marjorie, who I'll feature in another video, who's substantially bigger than he is. But yeah, these black-headed pythons are absolutely super snakes. Very inquisitive, and you know, how cool is the that black head? It's like it's been dipped in tar. Superb. He likes the heat panels, and I guess the only thing I would say about them is it does seem to dry the ambient air out quite a bit. So what I'm tending to do is including a bit of a humidity box in the cages, which do seem to get used. But I have no problems with any of the snakes shedding with the new setups. Pretty much, yeah, all of them now I think have shed, and even the biggest ones are doing full length sheds, which is absolutely superb. You can't ask for any more than that, really. Yeah, reptile radiators get a bit of a thumbs up for the moment. If that is to change and something happens and I suddenly find it's a bit of a nightmare, I will do a bit of an update on this video, so please don't forget to subscribe. I'm not a massive frequent videoer, vlogger or whatever you would call it, but I'm trying to do a few more. But if you do find these useful, then please you know, write a comment. Love hearing from everybody, and sharing ideas, and particularly where it comes around to innovations in reptile keeping. So keep posted, and yeah, you should never really worry about these guys. I be the famous last words, but so far I've not been bitten, so but they are dustbins, so do often got to check that I haven't been make sure I've cleaned my hands and stuff when brushing the stroking the dog. Anyway, it's a goodbye from me, and it's a goodbye from Tyrion here, and I look forward to putting out another video soon. Thank you.